Heyo, it's Olga here. Roads in Bangladesh are not great, that's a fact. Bad road quality, constant construction, crazy driving style of bus and truck drivers, and pretty much everyone, to be honest. Road accidents that block highways for hours. In a nutshell, road transport is not the best for travel in Bangladesh, especially when you're in a hurry. A 200-kilometer drive takes 6-7 hours or more instead of the usual 2. And with this video, I wanted to tell you about an unusual way we sometimes use to get to Dhaka from where I lived in Ishwardi, Pabna. So, today it's time for my travel blog. It will not be a fun travel blog, but it will be about a business trip that I'm about to go on. But it's worth showing because of the transport that we're going to use. You might not have heard about this airport ever, but there is one. And it is used by a very particular sort of transport. There are 5 domestic airports in service in Bangladesh now, but there used to be more. The airport in Ishwardi used to be one of them and has not been in use for a while now. This land belongs to the military and only special helicopter flights operate from here. Very noisy because of the helicopter blades, and you wear headphones throughout the flight. They allow you to talk with other passengers and the pilot. It's a rather fancy way to get around, and I must say that we don't use it very often. Usually when big bosses have urgent meetings and no time to waste on the road. In my almost 4 years in Bangladesh, I only flew 3 or 4 times, even though I worked with our top management a lot. A helicopter like ours fits 3 passengers. Sadly, I don't have footage from the front seat, and the views from there are the best. When the weather is nice, helicopters are a pleasure to ride. The 30-40 minute flight from Ishwardi to Dhaka is mostly smooth, except for some rough patches where you feel like you're riding in an airborne rickshaw. When the weather is very bad or when fog makes visibility low, flights get cancelled. Here's Dhaka. A one-way trip like that costs our company somewhere between 1 and 1.5 lakhs. From the airport, we went straight to a series of meetings that lasted until late. I worked as an interpreter, which made it impossible for me to record my work, so I cannot show you anything more. My business trips consisted of a lot of waiting, driving to work, and getting stuck in Dhaka traffic jams. The rest of my time was usually spent at the hotel, so that I could be easily available for my boss whenever needed. Here is a short room tour of the Renaissance Hotel in Dhaka. The fancy hotels were a big pro of business trips, as you can imagine. And food there is to die for, especially coming from Rupur, where choice of foods is truly limited. Here are just some starters and dessert. Imagine there is so much more every single evening. I can hardly afford such hotels from my own pocket, so I stuff my face really well during those business trips. And then it's time to sleep. That day, our business trip was an overnight one, and we flew back the next morning. Иди, нормально все.
Requesting start for partner.
Thanks for watching, I hope it was interesting. Ta-da!